Hello, welcome to the next round of Sweet 5-0 list. I got, of course, got a 5-0 through a league. Today, we're talking about a deck that took pieces from multiple different decks, shoved them together, and supposedly they have a really good win rate. So that's what that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's the Sorin Vein Ripper combo with fight rigging, of all things. So it has two creature types as a heavy presence in this deck, one of which is my favorite creature type, so I have to talk about it. It immediately gets cool factor points just because of this reason. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can for future videos. We're on our way to 1,000 subs, almost 100 out. Let's get there together. Let's get into the deck list, talk about it, and I'm assuming this deck will be picking up maybe some new cards from Thunder's Junction. So let's get into it. So the deck list, we have our dinosaur package with Pugs and Rotting Regisaur. Both 3 drops that come down right after an elf on turn 1. This deck does not play, it does play a full play set of both elves. So we can turn 1 Mystic, turn 2 Pug, Rotting Regisaur, or Sorin, get the Ripper down on turn 2. So that's where this deck really gets that advantage. And then if it survives a turn, we get to then put down a fight rigging, put a counter on the Vein Ripper, and get something else. So fight rigging works as the backup Sorin in this deck. And it's not really all that hard if you have Regisaur, Hammer Skull in the deck. The deck still plays Dust Legion Zealot and Preacher this gives them. Preacher is still a really good card if it comes down on turn 2, turns out, and attacking. So on turn 3. Our interaction pieces is Fatal Push, and we have our Thoughtseizes to replace the Fatal Push against Control and Combo in the sideboard. Then we also have our Pick Your Poison, also can come in for Fatal Pushes against matchups like the Mirror, right? So vampires, you don't necessarily, you don't really need the Fatal Pushes in that matchup. You rather have Pick Your Poison to get rid of the Vein Ripper. That's really the only problematic card. Of course, you could argue that you could cut your Zealots for interaction. I don't think you would cut your Preacher. And you maybe cut a copy or 2 of the Elves in certain matchups, just because they have heavy amounts of removal. They kind of are weaker. So keep that in mind. We do have a Fatal Push, another one on the board for aggro. We have our Thoughtseizes, like I said, for control and combo. We have Trophy for a catch-all removal spell. Out of the board, hits anything, so that's pretty relevant. We have 2 The Ends for creature combo decks, Shield Rids, stuff like that. We just need to get through and smash face as aggressively as we can. This deck does look quite aggressive. We have 3 Ashiok for our graveyard hate / hate against Court Calling and stuff like that, where they tutor. I don't think we would ever mill ourselves with this deck. It's not really a self-mill deck, so we don't get that advantage from Ashiok like the other decks I talked about, technically. But I still think this deck is relatively awesome. We have Cavern Souls, so we can still, name Dinosaur or Vampire. So I do think this deck is quite based. What do you guys think about this list? Let me know down in the comment section. Is fight rigging finally a competitive card? All it take was the redundancy and logic of Sorin plus Vein Ripper, and Vein Ripper is also good with fight rigging to get to this point. Let me know all that down in the comment section. If you are the original brewer of this list, let me know that as well down in the comment section. Of course, like always, the deck is in the description. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, we should be dropping relatively soon the new 5-0 list featuring Thunder's Junction. But until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you sub before you head out that door. And I'll talk to you soon.